Welcome to queenon7.com. Please like, share and subscribe my videos. Today we're going to learn about the reaction of alkenes. We're just going to look at, go back to the background when we actually learned about the alkanes. Alkenes actually have two hydrogen short as compared to alkanes. For example, if you have ethane C2H6, which is called ethane, and then you can put C2H4, two hydrogen short, you can name it as ethene. Now the structure of the alkenes, they are generally called alkenes, and they will be named as according to the parent hydrocarbon like ethene, propene, butene, pentene and so on. Now the structure will be like this. If I want to draw the structure of carbon C2H4, I will draw the two carbon first, and I will actually draw the one double bond only, because it is just one double bond. It says C2H4. Then I will plot the two hydrogens on each, which will make it C2H4. The general formula is CnH2n. So if they actually talk about C1, C2, C3, you can put in the general formula. You can predict the formula of all alkenes. Now, one of the actually main thing we need to actually learn is a homologous series. So all these ethene, butene, propene, all of them, as long as they end with Ene at the end, they have carbon to carbon double bond. And the identification of the alkenes is they have a functional group which is actually carbon to carbon double bond. So C double bond C is actually the functional group in alkenes. So ethene, propene, butene, pentene, they all belong to the same family and they have the same functional group. And any organic compound which has got the same functional group, like I just said, ethene, butene, propene, all of them, they are called, that family is called homologous series. Now we're going to look at the reaction of the alkenes, and the first reaction is actually that reaction with the oxygen. So C2H4 is going to react with oxygen and it will produce CO2 plus water. Please do remember that any alkane or alkene, when they actually combust or react with the oxygen, they always produce two products, carbon dioxide and water. Now they also produce high energy as well. That's why they are called as exothermic reactions. Now if you have to actually balance the equation as well. So if I want to balance the equation, I will put 3 there, and I will put 2 there and 2 there, and that will balance the equation. Now the second reaction, now actually you need to understand this. Now when alkenes, where you have carbon to carbon double bond, they are actually undergo addition reaction. That means this double bond will be broken. Carbon can actually have 4 bonds. So you convert, when they undergo addition reaction, they will convert alkenes converted into alkanes. So ethene will be converted into ethane. Now depends, we have to predict the actual name of this, that what type of chemical you are actually reacting with ethene, that will predict the name. But the general concept is alkenes will be converted into alkanes because the double bond will be broken, and these two will actually get those two atoms or groups. So for example, if I have C2H4 and I can write it like this: hydrogen, 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 and I'm going to react it with a molecule called XY. Let's just say XY. So the X will go onto this carbon and Y will go onto this carbon atom, and they will open just like that. You have 2 hydrogen already there, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you write those hydrogen as it is, and X will go there and Y can go there. It doesn't matter, X can go there or Y can go there. At GCSE level it doesn't matter. So this is how that's why it is called, because the whole molecule is added into alkenes. That's why it is called addition reaction. Now let's take a real example of the alkene. For example, if you have C2, which is C2H4 ethene, I can actually draw the structure like that. And it is going to react with one of the halogen. It can be Cl2, Br2, F2, I2, As2, any of them are going to react with the alkene. So for example, if I put Cl2, Cl2 is actually C bond Cl. I'm just writing this just for your understanding. Now each chlorine atom will be added on each carbon atom. So it will be like that. 2 hydrogens are already there because C2H4 is a formula. And then 1 Cl goes there, 1 Cl goes there. And this one will be called as dichloroethane. I could have just said only chloroethane, but because there are 2 chlorines, so you can say dichloroethane. Now the next step is actually reaction with hydrogenation, and this is the one which converts ethene into ethane. You have the overall reaction, we can write it like a C2H4 plus H2, it will make C2H6. And how it's going to happen? Carbon to carbon double bond, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. You are going to add H2, which is called HH. This hydrogen goes there, this hydrogen goes there, and you will be producing a hydrocarbon with 6 hydrogens in it. You can see that how ethene is converted into ethane by reacting with hydrogen. So all you have to do is split it and add that on to each carbon atom. Now the last bit is actually a reaction with water, and I'm not going to actually draw it again. I'm just going to change this reaction. So if I put H2O there, H2O means that you have H and OH group in there. So these two will split into H and OH 2 groups. H will go into one carbon atom, OH will go into the other carbon atom. So if this is the case, so you can actually replace that with OH, and one hydrogen will go there, but you do not have extra hydrogen. You have OH group, the whole OH group will go into the other carbon atom. So you will say OH there. And because it is ethane and it has OH group, so it is called ethanol. And this is how the alkenes undergo all these reactions. Thank you very much. Wait for my next video about carboxylic acid, alcohol and esters. Thank you.